8th. I hope you have had a lovely month so far. This is your mid-month reading for the month of November 2019, your Life Path Tarot reading. We have a slightly different setup. As you can see, I've already pulled our cards for this reading. I've been working on ways to make these readings, take a little bit less of your time and I guess less of mine as well, even though technically it does take me still just as long to shuffle and do my thoughts and lay out the cards. It just makes I don't have to record that part. So thank you for being here. Welcome so much for being here. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, check out any information you need about the channel, about me, about Maiden Circle. All of that is in the description, as well as information about how to find your life path number and what it means if you are life path number 8. So as I said, I have already pulled out your cards just to make this a little bit simpler. I have not yet rolled for your overall message, but these are all the same questions. If you have been here before, we have your direct message, your soul message, your heart and mind message, your physical message, your support message, and your closing comments. So without further ado, let's see what your overall message is for the month of November. For those with a life path number of 8 for the month of November, those who are connected to this reading, who are resonating, who are here, and who these messages should connect with, what is their overall guiding message for the month of November 2019? Please and thank you. You have a 9. Focus on your higher purpose with great intent. 8. This will keep you from getting into too much trouble. Okay, so this month is a month to be focusing on your higher purpose, especially for the rest of this month and transitioning into December. I'm going to try to make sure we get our December readings out earlier, because I do realize that a mid-month is only about 2 weeks, and it's not really enough for what these messages tend to generate. In addition, if this doesn't resonate with you at all, check out your birth chart and your name chart and see if there's another number that has more influence. I tend to like to combine my both my birth chart and my name chart, and then see which number appears the most, or which numbers appear the most. And that tends to also affect me in a lot, so I listen to those readings as well. And as well, if it doesn't resonate with you, please remember that these are general readings. Come back next time for another one, and again, check out the other numbers in your chart. So this month, for November, please focus on your higher purpose. Focus on the thing that you feel like you were meant to do. And if you don't know what that is yet, you will figure it out in time, I believe, and we'll see what the rest of the cards have to say. So I did ask what your direct message is for the month of November, and you actually got 2 cards that came out. So this one jumped out and this one was pulled, and we're going to see what your direct message is for November 2019. Against the grain. So again, there's a message of doing things that are your own way. Against the grain means that you may face some pushback. You may face people who think that you're not where you belong, or that you're not doing the things you're supposed to be doing. But if you feel like it's your purpose, then you are in the right place. You also have she feels, she knows, just like what I said. You feel like you are in the right place. And then we have 22 and 4. So both of those come out. So 4, obviously 4 does, but both of those represent stability, they represent strength, they represent balance. So this is a good time for you to get stable, for you to get really grounded in your goals. You already know what it you need to be doing, and it may be something that people have said is weird or is not something for you to do. It may be something that makes people uncomfortable. Like, I'm just looking at this and I got the feeling that some people may see this and see a naked woman swimming, and that might make them uncomfortable. That might make them feel like they're in a vulnerable place. So either you're feeling vulnerable, or you're just making people feel like uncomfortable. And whatever that is, I think it's more of a reflection of them. You know that you're doing what you need to be doing. Okay, so let's see what your soul is trying to get out. This is just what's going on under the surface. In the same situation, we had a jumper and a pulled card. So I'm going to show you the pulled card first. You have the Chariot. Right. You are moving towards something that is going to bring you healing. You're moving towards something that is going to bring you a sense of self, a sense of balance, a sense of peace, a sense of knowing, because you have the Queen of Cups here. So it's something that's in your heart. Let's see. Just going to take a close look at this and just take a minute to see what I feel. Yeah. It's something that's like, I feel like you've been waiting on. like you've been kind of holding it in your heart. You've been just kind of patiently trying to wait for it, saying, okay, this is a healing, this is a cleansing, this is a release of something else, or coming into stability, into being. You're on this journey. Your spirit is like, it's moving towards this healing, it's moving towards this cleansing, this release. So let's see what is going on in your subconscious. This is your heart and mind messages. Again, we had a jumper and a pulled card. So with your pulled card for your heart message, Ace of Coins, your heart and mind. So I think your mind is either on your finances, like making coin, or it's just on success. So the Ace of Coins is a card of success. I see it as well a card of almost like birth. Like I always see this, and I see like the skirt of her dress. It's kind of like a lemon, I guess, but it always makes me feel like she's pregnant, like she's giving birth, like there's fertility here, like there's something just about to burst, so I think that's kind of where you are mentally. And then you have the 7 of Coins. Yeah, I think a lot of you are just thinking about your money, thinking about your finances, thinking about doing something that's going to bring you a shift in abundance. And you have a very abundant mindset right now. You're very much thinking about all the possibilities, all the things that you can bring into being, all the amazing kind of ideas that are coming to you. You're the Spider Woman. Like I'm seeing her as putting out webs. I'm seeing her as putting out options, you're putting out your feelers. You're saying, okay, well, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try that. I'm going to try this. But none of it is like this isn't confusion. I'm not feeling confusion. I'm feeling a person who's targeting what they're going after. So instead of, I said you're putting out feelers, but it's more like you're putting out tethers. You're putting out a line to something that is going to come through. And it's very, I feel it like it's very deliberate. I think because of this Ace of Coins, it's like a very direct energy. It's like, I know that this is how I can make this money. This is how I can make this money. This is how I can make this change in my life. And you're just making these plans and making these goals towards your financial stability, towards financial growth and birth. And I do feel like there's some fertility. You may even be at a point where you're saying, okay, well, you've already put those lines out, you've already put those things out, and now you're pulling them back in. Now you're saying, okay, well, I already did all that work for 3 months, and now I'm reaping the benefits. Now I'm taking that in, and I can see that already happening. Like in your mind and your heart, I do think this is a very positive, very abundant mindset. This shift that you're going through is also, it feels very positive. It all feels like this is something that even if you're getting pushed back, even if people don't necessarily agree all the time, you don't have any doubts anymore about this. And if you do, these doubts are going to pass by the end of the month. So let's see what's going on in your physical life. This is your jobs, your finances, your relationships. That could be friendships, romantic relationships, work relationships, family relationships, your home life, your health, anything like that. I want to know what's on the surface for you for the month of November 2019. You got the Chariot again. Yeah, you're moving. You also may be like I said, there may be people who aren't necessarily agreeing with you, so there may be a battle for you. Like this may feel like an uphill battle, like you're pushing and pushing and pushing, and people are just kind of pushing you back, but you're like, I'm not going to stop. You guys aren't going to stop me. And your physical life and your soul, they are on the level of like, we're moving forward with or without other people's support. We are moving forward with or without, someone else agreeing with us. Yeah, we're going against the grain, but we know, like this is being totally grounded in knowing, totally grounded in the belief and the trust that positive change is coming for you, that new growth is coming for you, that abundance is coming for you. Like you get, whoever you are that's resonating with this, like I feel like you know already. Like some of you, maybe it's going to come later, that knowing, but I feel like if this is deeply, truly resonating with you, then you know what's coming. You're ready. You're like, okay, I went through all this stuff. I did all that, and I figured out what my purpose is, and now I have to focus on that. Now I just have to do the work. Now I just have to move forward. And that's what you're doing. You're moving forward. So let's see what your message of support is. This is from those beings that you pray to, whoever it is you call upon when you are in need, when you are happy, when you want to give thanks. This is your deity, your higher power, your higher self. Okay, so let's see what Sorry guys, this is getting a little bit out of hand and we are right under the fire or the smoke alarm. So I'm trying not to give my cat a freak out here. So let's see what your support message is. The moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. Okay? Embrace peace. That's what I mean about that knowing, that groundedness, that solidity, that I know what's coming to me because I've done the work. I've put out the energy. I've waited patiently. I've prepared myself and I'm moving forward. I've done the soul shift. I've done the physical shift. I'm doing the financial shift. That's coming in. I know it because I already laid that foundation. And that's where you are. You have to find peace in that knowing. The universe is basically saying, listen, we got you now. You did what you needed to do and you're still doing it. You haven't stopped. You're not done. This is still motion. This is still movement. This is consistently moving forward. You're not done at all, but we got you. You don't have to worry. Just keep moving forward. Keep taking those steps. Trust that this is going to play out because you already put in the work. You already planted the seeds, okay? This is fertility, okay? This is success. 100%. Ace of Coins always feels like such great success to me, and I do feel like for many of you this is financial. Doesn't have to be, but there's great abundance and positive things coming into your life because of something that you put your mind to, something that you know you're meant to be doing, okay? You know it in your soul. So let's see what your closing remarks are. What are the final remarks for those with a life path number of 8? Look at that. You got the sun. That's so positive. Like you are on the right track. You got the moon. Maybe you don't know exactly where it's taking you, but you're going to somewhere positive. Like you may not have everything laid out, but you know deep down that what you've done is going to bring positivity to you, okay? You have the Two of Cups. There's balance, there's connection. And when I look at this line of cards, usually I'm looking at it as a past thing. So this is a foundation you've already laid. This is something you've been blessed, okay? You have been very, very blessed. And then you have the Three of Pentacles. It's just work that you got to do. You've been very, very blessed, but that's because you work hard. You work for it. You deserve it. This is earned blessings. This is a person who sees the worth of their work, sees the worth in their efforts, because you've spent enough time connecting with yourself, getting yourself balanced, learning to understand yourself, trying to understand the mysteries of your life, of the universe, of your goals, figuring out what your path is. This is a light being shined on you, sending you towards your goal, whatever it is that you have had to work for or will be working for, whatever it is you're moving towards. This is a very, very beautiful blessing for you, okay? You have the Knight of Pentacles. That's a message that there's still positivity, but don't let yourself get overwhelmed. You have the Eight of Swords. Okay, so there may be some anxiety. Yeah. So here's what I feel about this set of cards. You have the Hanging Man, the Eight of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like you have been putting in the work. Maybe it hasn't physically manifested just yet, even though I feel like you know that it is. Like I said, you've laid those seeds and you have been blessed. I feel like you've gone through a spiritual change too, because you did get the Chariot here. This is not just financial. This is not just on the surface. This is a spiritual growth, a spiritual change, and now you're moving into reaping those benefits. You've done some work. You've been blessed. You've been joyful. You've been connected. Someone has been guiding you. It could be, a mentor. It could be a spiritual guide. It could just be, your own conscious, but something has been guiding you, and you've been able to connect with that in a beautiful way. And so now you're just at this point where you're kind of waiting for results. You may be a little bit anxious about this situation because you're moving forward into something big. Like, I feel some of you might be coming into some huge abundance. I don't know exactly what it will be. I feel like it may be a lot of money for some of you because we have coins, and coins in my hand. Just a lot of positivity. So some of you may be coming into that. Some of you may just be finding a new situation that just brings you joy. You may be moving into a new house that you've never dreamt you could have. It's something that you didn't even know or believe that was possible for you. It's not even something you've wished for. It's just something that happened based on these seeds that you set, based on the path that you've already kind of paved here. So with this side, because on this side, it's like the path is falling away behind him, and I feel like this is telling you that you're walking away from something. This tells me you've paved a road. You've built that road, you've built that path for yourself, and now you're moving forward into it. And you don't necessarily, like I said, you haven't really been clear on what it's going to bring you. You just know that this is what you've been meant to do. You just know that this is the path you've been meant to take. And so there may be some fear there of moving forward, because like I said, you don't know what this is bringing you. You don't know, it's positive now, hopefully, from this reading, but you never really have been sure of what's coming. And so that can be scary and overwhelming. And so you're at this point where you're like, do I really want to move forward? Should I really want to move forward? You're just kind of hanging there and waiting. I feel like that's where you are kind of now at the end of the month. Can we see, after this Hanging Man, Eight of Swords, Knight of Pentacles energy, what they may do if they make the choice that they're meant to make, or that they're going to make, that they're on the path to make now, then what outcome might they expect? What might these eights expect? Those are the life path number 8 for the month of November, please. What outcome might they expect once they get through this energy, once they get through and do whatever it is they're on the path already to do? Please and thank you. You're going to rest. You're going to realize that you don't need to struggle. There's no more battle anymore. There's nothing else left to fight. And yeah, so for some people that sounds really scary, because if that's all you've ever known, it's hard to just move forward and let your guard down. But that's what you need to do. You're going to need to let your guard down and just enjoy the ride. Keep going. This work you've done, it has been worth it. Okay, you've been putting in that energy. You've been putting in that time. You are reaping what you've sown, and you've sown something that is connected to your higher purpose, that is connected to who you are meant to be. And you are moving forward into that in the most beautiful, wonderful way. Like even with this Eight of Swords sitting here, I just feel like that's an anxiety feeling for you. Like you're worried about moving into this new state of being, this kind of new, manifested life that you've brought for yourself, that the gods, that the divine has been leading you to. Like, this is just such a lovely journey here that I'm seeing. And the only thing that's keeping you, if you're feeling stuck, that's just internal. That's just you, but that's not in your soul. Like, you need to let your mindset rest in this abundance place. Let your mindset see all the things that you've been able to bring forth from following your purpose, okay? And keep moving forward actively in your day-to-day life towards this goal, no matter how frightening it might be, no matter how much you may not know what's coming, how hazy the future looks in the mirror. Without having to see, without having to know, like, on a logical level, you know, on a soul level. So keep moving forward, because soon you're going to realize you have so much. Don't let it overwhelm you. Just chill out. Just relax. It's not something that the battles are coming to an end. 8. I see it. You're going to find your high purpose, your true purpose, who you are, and it's going to be so beautiful for you. You have been so charmed and so blessed, and I really, really hope you realize that, and I hope you feel that in your soul. Thank you so very much for being here. I will see you guys in our next readings or our next pick a card. Have a beautiful and amazing month. I'll see you soon. Remember always that I love you. Bye.